Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? Hello, friends. Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics. We actually haven't talked about financial abundance in a bit. It's kind of tied into a lot of the podcast, but today I want to talk about actually one of my favorite topics. Every topic that I talk to you guys is one of my favorite topics, or I wouldn't even talk about it. Okay. Creating the mindset for financial success. And I want you to hear this from me like really loud and really clear. You were created to prosper. You were meant to succeed. Prosperity isn't reserved for the chosen few. It is your birthright. But here's the truth. Financial success doesn't start with money. No, like people think, oh, if I have money, I'm financially successful. No, it starts with your mindset. Again, going back to our thoughts, which we talked about last week, what we think about, we bring about. You can hand somebody $1 million, but if their mindset isn't ready, that money will disappear. And on the other hand, you could give somebody with a success mindset $100 and they will find a way to multiply it. You know, one of the things I talk about when I started my business, I did not have $1 million. In fact, one of the reasons I said yes to this business, I was like, oh my gosh, I have $7,000 in the bank. Now we owned a home, we had a good life, but we had 4 children and $7,000 in the bank. And I was like, oh my gosh, like technically I'm broke. But I was like, I had $1 million mindset. I was like, I can go out and earn $1 million. Like I can do this. I wasn't basing my mindset on evidence. I wasn't basing my mindset on my bank account. It was just my mindset. So today we're going to be talking about 12 ways to build your mindset for financial success. I mean, do you guys want to build financial success? But it all starts in your mind. It's not luck. It's not genetics. It's all about your mindset. So number 1, okay, we're going to forgive the past. We're going to let the past go. We're going to release it. And so many people sabotage their financial future because they're chained to their financial past. So maybe you made mistakes. Maybe you had debt. Maybe you trusted someone and lost money. Maybe you grew up in a family where there was a constant struggle and scarcity. Here's the truth. Dragging around shame and regret with you is going to keep you stuck in that cycle over and over and over and over again. Your past is not a life sentence. It's just a lesson. Everything is an opportunity to do better. You are not your credit score. You are not your bank account. You are not your past choices. The only thing that defines you is the decision that you make today to step into a new financial story. You cannot build a wealthy future while you're living in regret about yesterday. Forgiveness, you know what that is? It's freedom. So let's just say you made a bad investment. Let's say you lost a business. Let's say you had a lot of debt. Instead of replaying it, right, over and over, say that experience taught me to research better and to trust my instincts. I'm grateful for the lesson. Write down one financial mistake that you're still holding on to today, because that mistake is probably holding you back from your future. Maybe you were in a position in a business for an extended period of time and never made a lot of money. So the story that you're telling yourself is you're just not capable of it. Like, just be thankful for the lesson, then rip it up. That's how you let it go. And then replace it with an affirmation. I release the past. I am free to create financial abundance today. The only way to create that financial mindset and create financial abundance is you have to get rid of the past. Number 2, stop playing victim. Okay. So a victim mindset says things like life is unfair. Money doesn't work for me. Other people get lucky. And that mindset, you know what it does? It repels wealth. And why? Because victims wait for rescue. They hand away their power. Financial success, you know what that does? It demands ownership. If you want to create financial abundance in your life, then start taking ownership right now. You are not a victim, you are victorious. The moment you stop blaming circumstances, okay, parents, the economy, your business, your team, or your boss, you know what happens? You step into the driver's seat of your financial life. Creators find solutions. Victims find excuses, and excuses never deposit into your bank account. Like if you're going to write anything down, excuses never deposit into your bank account. In fact, they constantly withdraw from your bank account. So example, two people both lose their job. Okay. One says like, I can't catch a break. And the other one is like, you know what? This happened not to me, for me. This is my chance to finally build something on my own. Just look at those two stories. Same circumstance, totally different outcome. Every time you catch yourself saying, I can't, I want you to reframe it to, how can I? Like, how can I? I'm going to do this. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. That small shift is life changing. And then again, think of an affirmation. I am not a victim of circumstances. I am the creator of my financial destiny. You are the creator of your financial destiny. Number 3, focus on gratitude. You know, we weave gratitude into just about every single podcast because gratitude is the seed of abundance. If you constantly focus on lack, you train your brain to see scarcity. If you practice gratitude, you train your mind to notice opportunity. Gratitude doesn't mean you're settling. It means being thankful for what you have while you're pursuing more. The wealthiest people are grateful long before they actually are rich. That gratitude becomes the foundation of their success. Like people think, when I have money, I'll be grateful. No, it's the other way around. When you're grateful, you'll create the money. When you bless the money that you already have, you open the door for more to come in your life. So let's say somebody makes $500 doing whatever, right? Instead of saying, oh my gosh, that's not enough, you literally say, I am so grateful for the $500. I bless it. I'm going to use it wisely because I know that more is coming. So start every day by writing 3 financial things you're grateful for. Maybe you're able to pay for your college. Maybe it's a little extra spending money. Maybe you were able to help someone. What are 3 things you're grateful for? It could be a paycheck. It could be the ability to pay your rent, right? It could be whatever. And then always add an affirmation. I am so grateful for the abundance in my life. Gratitude multiplies my prosperity. Number 4, and you guys, this is so important, believe in yourself. Belief is the engine of success. If you don't believe you can become financially successful, guess what? No strategy, no mentor, no opportunity, no company, no business will save you. Your belief sets the ceiling for your wealth. Whatever you think you're worth, if you don't think you're worth $100,000, you'll never earn it. If you don't think you're worthy and are capable of $500,000, you'll never earn it. And same for $1 million on. When you believe in yourself, you take bigger risks. You persevere longer. You recover faster. Without belief, you like quit at the first challenge. Financially successful people aren't fearless. They're faithful. They believe in themselves so deeply that doubt doesn't stand a chance. Okay. So you could have 2 entrepreneurs. They could each launch a business, and one's going to say, I'll try, but this probably won't work. And the other one is going to say, this will work because I'm never quitting. I'm seeing this through. Again, same opportunity, different belief, different outcome. So write down one limiting belief that you have about money and replace it with a new empowering belief and repeat it every single day, right? It's the affirmations. I believe in myself. I am capable of creating extraordinary financial success. Number 5, know your worth. Self-worth and net worth are connected. If you undervalue yourself, you will under-earn, period. Like, that's pretty powerful. People who don't know their worth, they just settle for earning less. They're overworked. They settle for less. But when you truly know your worth, you raise your standards. You stop discounting yourself. You stop saying yes to opportunities that don't honor your value. You stop spending time in your business that you know is not going to turn into anything. Financial success requires boldness to say, I'm worthy of abundance. I deserve to be compensated for the value that I bring, right? So write down 3 skills, talents, or experiences that make you valuable. And then ask yourself, am I being compensated, right, in alignment with the things that I know I'm good at? And again, with an affirmation, I know my worth. I honor my value. Abundance flows to me because I deserve it. When we were young, we used to dream of being anything, an astronaut, the president, a prince, princess. But as you get older, your dreams change, focusing less on running the world and more on how you can take your skills and ideas and turn them into something real. Instead of dreaming of going to space or owning a castle, maybe you start dreaming of owning your own business. You'll need a website, a payment plan, a logo, and a way to advertise to new customers. It can all be overwhelming and confusing, but thankfully, that is where today's sponsor, Shopify, comes in. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy to run email and social media campaigns. And what if I get stuck? Shopify's always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer service. Turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and get selling today at shopify.com/level up. Go to shopify.com/level up. Shopify.com/level up. Number 6, and I say this is really important. They're all important. Okay. Respect and value money. Money responds to respect. If you waste it, if you resent it, if you fear it, if you have negative thoughts around it, you repel it. If you honor it, if you value it, if you manage it, you attract more. This is why so many people who suddenly get money, like the lottery, most people lose it because respect isn't built into the number in your bank account. It's built into how you handle what you already have. Respecting money means paying attention to it, directing it, seeing it as a tool for freedom and impact. So, I don't know, for example, someone blows every paycheck. They wonder why wealth doesn't stay. Another person saves, they invest, they tithe, they give amount, and they watch their wealth grow. It's not about the amount, it is about the respect. So create a simple money management system. And I can tell you, save first. Even saving $5 is an act of respect. And then again, creating that affirmation. I respect money. I value money. Money flows easily and abundantly into my life. Number 7, take steps daily toward your goal. Financial success is not built in one big moment. It's built in what we do daily. It's the habits, small, consistent actions compound into massive results. And this is where most people fail. They wait for the big break. They wait for that, sudden windfall. But the truth is, wealth is created through intentional, consistent steps, day after day. So saving $10 a day might not seem like much, but over time invested wisely, it could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Same with business, the phone call, the email, the one meeting a day, the putting activity on the calendar adds up to massive success. Every morning, I want you to ask yourself, what's one step that I could take today forward to build my financial vision, and then do it. And then again, back it up with an affirmation. Every day, I take consistent steps towards my financial freedom. Number 8, sacrifice leisure. Okay. You haven't earned it yet. That goes for all of us. You can't have millionaire results with minimum wage habits. Success requires sacrifice. It doesn't mean you never rest. It means you trade unnecessary leisure for long-term freedom. While other people are watching TV, successful people are building businesses. While other people are scrolling on social media, successful people are learning about money. So remember, sacrifice is temporary, rewards are permanent. So, for example, your friends are at happy hour and you're working on your business. In 5 years, chances are they're still going to be at happy hour, and your goal is to be living financial freedom. Okay. So you want to really assess your time, replace 30 minutes of leisure with growing income producing activity, and then adding an affirmation. I am willing to sacrifice short term comfort for long term prosperity. Number 9, stop complaining. Okay. Complaining is a declaration of scarcity. Every time you complain about money, you push it further away. Wealthy people don't complain, they create. They don't waste energy on problems. They channel energy into solutions. So, for example, person A, okay, says, it's too expensive. I'll never get ahead. And person B is like, how can I afford this? How can I grow and create more? One closes doors, the other opens them, right? And so go 24 hours without complaining. If you catch yourself, reframe it immediately into gratitude or a solution, and then add an affirmation. I speak words of abundance. My words create prosperity. Number 10, create a powerful vision. Without vision, wealth has no direction. A vision gives your money a mission. Money alone won't inspire you, but a vision will. When you see clearly what you want, financial freedom, you'll push through the setbacks. So, for example, your vision might be to pay off debt, buy your dream home, travel, give generously, or fund your children's education. The clearer and bigger the vision, the more fuel you have to achieve it. Write a vivid one-page vision of your financial future. Be specific, feel it, and see it. Okay. Now let's add an affirmation. My vision excites me. My vision pulls me toward financial success. Number 11, be a student of learning and leadership. The more you grow, the more you earn. Wealth flows to value, and value grows through learning. Successful people are always learning. They're learning about money. They're learning about leadership. They're learning about growth. They don't say, I already know. They say, what more can I learn? So if you think about it, Warren Buffett still reads for hours a day. Warren Buffett reads for hours a day. Leaders invest in seminars, mentors, and books. They see education as the highest return investment. So commit to 10 pages of growth reading a day, or listen to a 20-minute podcast, which you guys are obviously doing, right? Instead of music in your car. And then adding an affirmation to this piece, I am a lifelong learner. My growth expands my wealth. Number 12, I think I said 12 things for this episode, so we might be on the final one. Take bold action and stop making excuses. Knowledge without action is useless. Excuses are the biggest thief of wealth. Financially successful people don't wait for perfect conditions. They act boldly and figure it out as they go. Fear will always whisper, but boldness builds fortune. So, for example, one person waits years to be ready to start their business, Another starts messy, learns fast, and thrives. A year later, one is still waiting and the other is winning. Write down one bold step that you've been avoiding. Like today, take it, not someday, not when it's perfect, but right now. Okay. So let's add an affirmation. I take bold action. Excuses have no place in my financial destiny. You guys, I was like doing the affirmations for this episode at the same time as this. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to add one after each thing. Okay. So there are your 12 keys to building a financial success mindset. And the real thing I want you to understand and get from this podcast, you're creating your financial future. You're creating your wealth by the way you think. They say this all the time. You could take 10% of the wealth. No, 100% of the wealth is in 10% of the people in the world. You could take all of that wealth now, distribute it evenly amongst all the people in the world. It will go back to the same 10%, the same exact 10%. That's how powerful the way we feel and think about financial success is. Prosperity is your birthright. You were created to thrive. You were created to expand. And when you master your mindset, your financial results will rise to match. So here's my challenge. I want you to pick one of these 12 today. I want you to implement it. Tomorrow, I want you to add another. Imagine your life 1 year from now if you consistently practice every single one of them. You're worthy, you're capable, and the world needs you to prosper. Because when you do, you can serve, give, and lead at a higher level. When we stay small, we keep the world small. The time is now. Build the mindset, take the action, and claim the financial success that is already yours. Love you, friends.